wrestling as a medium. I thought it was really interesting how so many aspects of popular culture revolve around professional wrestling, but we never talk about it in an academic sense. In my course, I talk about professional wrestling in the sense of like race and gender and how we can see ideas from like the cultural hegemony, which is like the United States, and how their thought values are presented within professional wrestling. For out-of-class research, we go to a lot of wrestling shows around the Bay Area, and we talk to a lot of professional wrestlers, and we talk to a lot of the promoters themselves. I love talking about how gender works in professional wrestling, and I'll often bring in a lot of like theory from previous academic journals that I read. I just want to cover popular culture. I think it's a form of pedagogy that a lot of people tend to ignore.
So it's like my head is looking towards the left, and then I'm switching my weight, and the head looks towards the right. Nice. Looking out to the side. Circle. Shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8.
The DeCals system at Cal, it is a student-led, student-taught class it's sort of like an extracurricular class. They're typically 1 to 2 units, pass no pass, and you need to have a faculty sponsor your course, and they review your syllabus and the type of things that you want to cover in the class, and you have to have the department approve the class too.
Classical utilitarianism sort of begins with Jeremy Bentham. It certainly has precursors going back to Hobbes, in fact. At the end of this trip, Calvin, he doesn't throw the snowball at Susie, right? So he hasn't brought about any pain. So has his action been good?
It seems like it raises a lot of the same moral questions, but I hadn't thought of it in a framework of utilitarianism.
Yeah, so I got really interested in philosophy. I was like, wow, this is great, but there doesn't seem to be a good medium of getting people into this. It's sort of this obscure, can be esoteric subject, but I do think it's important. I was like, how can I get people in the door? How can I get people talking about these things? And again, I think this is one way to do it, to use something fun that people already like. I think people usually understand that dense and like intricate topics can be tricky to get people interested in. This is a good way to facilitate people discovering them. Sometimes it can be tough when you're dealing with very famous professors and your GSIs are doing like very important research and things like that. So I think it lowers the stakes a little bit. It gets people to be more loose.
It's really cool to be taught by a fellow student because you feel like they're your peer and not someone above you that you can't talk to openly and like just share your opinions.
I'm a Cal student. Don't act stupid. You know I worked hard to get where I am. So don't think I'm no lame, like I won't play this game. You wanna take my rights, kill me where I stand.
Windows smashing, words are crashing, my brother and I in the kitchen, away from the action. Mom's too soft to discipline the kids, dad's telling her to crack their ribs.
There's a Russian term that we don't necessarily have a correlating word for. It's called obuchenie. Obuchenie, by definition, is the act of teaching and learning happening at the same time. So when a student is able to teach something and in teaching it, learn something.
Say you need to have a grade point average to get a job, like what? I'm working my ass off trying to get this degree, and now people are pressuring me. I don't understand it. Trying to get past it with all these brick walls up surrounding me. All these people, aww. I was getting into it.
That's good, man. Killing it.
I'm so bad